Right now, somewhere in the world, billionaires are building secret backup civilizations. These aren't just bunkers. We're talking about entire self-sustaining societies designed to survive when everything else collapses. One project alone costs over $1 billion. It includes underground cities, seed vaults, and systems to rebuild humanity from scratch. But the truth behind this will shock you, because these survival networks aren't just for the ultra-rich anymore. They're testing technologies that could save millions. And the three biggest secrets will change how you see our future forever. Let me show you exactly how this happened. Project Genesis Ark. It launched 5 years ago when a group of tech billionaires asked one terrifying question. What happens when civilization actually ends? Not in movies, in real life. They looked at pandemics, climate disasters, nuclear threats, and economic collapse. The answer kept them up at night, so they created something unprecedented, a global network of survival stations designed to preserve human knowledge and restart society. This isn't science fiction. Genesis Ark operates in 12 countries right now. The project headquarters sits deep in Norway's mountains. They've invested $1.2 billion so far. The team includes 300 scientists, engineers, and survival experts. But here's what nobody expected. They're not just preparing for Doomsday. They're building systems that work today. Solar farms, water purification, vertical gardens, food preservation technology. Each innovation gets tested in real communities first, and the results are shocking. Now here's where things get really interesting. Genesis Ark's main facility is hidden 500 feet underground. It spans an area larger than 20 football fields. Think of a small city carved into solid rock. The entrance looks like an ordinary research station, but inside, it's a different world. They store seeds from 4.5 million plant species. That's every crop humans have ever grown. The vault maintains negative 18 degrees Celsius constantly. Even if power fails, the Arctic cold keeps everything frozen for 200 years. But seeds are just the beginning. They've stored DNA samples from 50,000 animal species, digital libraries containing all of human knowledge, every book, every scientific paper, every medical breakthrough, compressed into crystal storage that lasts 10,000 years. You could fit the entire internet in a room the size of your bedroom. The backup power system runs on geothermal energy. It's completely renewable and basically infinite. These aren't theories anymore. Real families live and work at test sites right now, growing food underground, purifying water from the air, creating oxygen from algae farms. But if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this. The Genesis Ark team discovered something unexpected. Their survival technology works better than normal systems. The vertical farms produce 400 times more food per square foot than regular agriculture. 0 pesticides, 95% less water, fresh vegetables every single day. One shipping container setup feeds 50 people completely. Cities are now buying these systems. Dubai installed 12 units last year. Singapore ordered 50 more. These were designed for Doomsday, but they're solving today's food crisis instead. The water technology is even more impressive. Their atmospheric water generators pull moisture straight from air. Even in deserts, one unit produces 5,000 liters daily. That's enough for 100 families. Solar panels power everything. The cost per liter? Less than bottled water. Remote villages in India are using them now. According to project reports, they've installed 200 units across South Asia. People who walked miles for water now have it at home. The air purification system is revolutionary too. It removes 99.97% of all pollutants, including viruses, bacteria, and toxins. Hospitals are testing it in operating rooms. The technology costs dropped 8% in 3 years. What started as billionaire insurance became affordable innovation. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. The ultra-rich aren't the only ones with access anymore. Genesis Ark opened applications to everyday people last month. This brings us to the most shocking discovery of all. Genesis Ark is building a global survival lottery, not for money, for skills. They're selecting 10,000 ordinary people worldwide: teachers, doctors, engineers, farmers, artists, and parents. The criteria sounds simple, but it's deeply strategic. They want genetic diversity, practical skills, and cultural knowledge. Age range, 25 to 45. Good health, no criminal record. But most importantly, you need to contribute something valuable to rebuilding civilization. A teacher who can educate children, a farmer who grows food organically, a doctor who works without advanced equipment, a musician who preserves culture, an engineer who fixes things with basic tools. Applications opened 3 weeks ago. They've received 2.3 million responses already from 160 countries, every continent except Antarctica. The selection process takes 2 years. Winners get full training at Genesis facilities. They learn survival medicine, sustainable farming, water purification, renewable energy, and conflict resolution. The training lasts 6 months. Then they return home as certified survival coordinators for their communities. Each person trains 100 more people locally. That creates a network of 1 million trained survivors globally. But here's the real goal. These aren't just backup plans anymore. Genesis Ark realized something profound. The technologies that save humanity after collapse can save humanity before collapse. The same systems that work underground work above ground. Better food production, cleaner water, renewable energy, stronger communities. They're not waiting for the end, they're preventing it. So what does all this mean for us today? This changes everything about disaster preparation. For decades, survival was for rich people with bunkers and canned food. Genesis Ark flipped that model completely. They proved that survival technology creates better normal lives too. Think about your daily life. Food insecurity affects 800 million people globally. Genesis vertical farms could feed them using less land and water. 2 billion people lack clean drinking water. Atmospheric generators solve this without digging wells or building pipes. Energy poverty impacts 1 billion households. Solar systems designed for underground survival work perfectly in remote villages. The cost keeps dropping. What seemed impossible 5 years ago is now affordable. But there's a bigger implication here. Genesis Ark isn't really about collapse anymore. It's about resilience. Communities that adopt these systems become self-sufficient. They survive economic crashes, natural disasters, supply chain disruptions, even pandemics. COVID-19 proved our systems are fragile. Cities ran out of food in days, hospitals overflowed, supply chains broke. But Genesis test communities barely noticed. They grew their own food, purified their own water, generated their own power, had backup medical supplies. This is the future whether collapse happens or not. Climate change increases disasters every year. Political instability grows. Resources become scarcer. The question isn't if we'll need resilience, it's when. And Genesis Ark is proving we have the technology right now. We just need the will to implement it. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. The billionaires funding Genesis Ark made one condition mandatory. The technology must be open source. Every innovation they create becomes public within 3 years. Patents are free for humanitarian use. The blueprints for vertical farms, available online now. Atmospheric water generators, anyone can build them. Solar systems designed for underground cities, the schematics are published. This wasn't altruism from the start. The founders realized something critical. Their survival depends on humanity's survival. A handful of people in bunkers can't restart civilization alone. They need genetic diversity, cultural knowledge, different skills, global cooperation. So they made Genesis Ark a gift to everyone. The rich fund it. Everyone benefits. It's the most unexpected form of insurance. By saving the world, they save themselves. That original question haunts them still. What happens when civilization ends? The answer evolved. Build civilization that doesn't end. Create systems so resilient that collapse becomes impossible. That's the real secret. Genesis Ark isn't planning for the end. They're preventing it, and they're inviting all of us to help. If this opened your eyes, there's so much more to discover. Let's recap what we learned today. Genesis Ark invested $1.2 billion building underground cities with seed vaults and survival technology. Their innovations in vertical farming, water generation, and renewable energy work better than traditional systems. They're now selecting 10,000 ordinary people worldwide to train as survival coordinators. And every technology they create becomes public and free to use. This isn't just about billionaire bunkers anymore. This is about building resilient communities everywhere. If this story fascinated you, hit that subscribe button. We're covering more revolutionary projects that are changing our world right now. Drop a comment below. Would you apply to Genesis Ark if you could? What skills would you bring to rebuild civilization? And here's your next watch. We've got an incredible video about the floating city being built in the Pacific Ocean. It's designed to survive rising sea levels. Trust me, you won't believe what they've created. I'll see you there.